Dang. I love my setup here with this microphone. This is like giving me life right now. I'm loving it so much. Hi. This is going to be fun. Okay. Going live. Going live. Hello, hello, YouTube. It worked. Okay, the first time's the charm for YouTube. That is unusual. Usually I have to go live a couple of times for it to actually stick. This is fantastic. It's working, all the things. Here, we're going to go like this. We're going to adjust a little bit. Okay, there we go. So today, YouTube, I'm going to address you first because no one is live on TikTok yet. But we are going to have a fantastic time today. We're going to just chat and have a little bit of Monday cosmic calibration. Hi, hello. Oh my God. Hi, Sin. How are you? So I decided, oh, thank you so much for the likes. I love it. I decided that I'm going to get on a regular schedule. I'm going to experiment. I have to call it an experiment so that I don't just kind of think that I have no way out if I don't like the way this works. So we're going to do an experiment, and I'm going to go live twice a week. We're going to start off with twice a week. It might be more often later on. We'll see how it goes. I'm on TikTok and YouTube as well. And I want to see if how this time works, because as you know, like time zones are an issue, right? And yeah, and I'm just trying to find the sweet spot, right? Like, what is the sweet spot? Yes, the TikTok guide for business plan is an awesome idea. Yes, definitely. Yeah, for sure. So I want to do more lives. I'm actually starting, I haven't, you're the first to know. I think I mentioned it on my live the other day, but I'm going to be starting a TikTok live agency, actually in collaboration with, like, working directly with TikTok, which is so cool. So I need to learn how this thing friggin' works if I'm going to have an agency and be helping other people to grow, right? To grow their live revenue and their live presence and everything for their business. So it's something I already wanted to do for me. Yeah, first two, no, exactly. It's something I already wanted to do for me, but I was just so excited when they contacted me and offered me the opportunity, because I was like, this is actually perfect. Even if it's, me and my clients only, like, that is perfect. And who knows, at some point, I could reach out to other people, up and coming creators that I really like, and invite them and everything. But it's going to be just like you guys and me first, right? My community, my clients first. So I'm going to be starting later this week or next week, starting the training. So they give us this like behind the scenes access, like training to how to grow your account using TikTok Live and how to make money. So it's a huge revenue generator for a lot of people. And it's all through gifting, which is so interesting. So yeah, did you know, like, there are people out there that are making thousands and thousands of dollars per week through gifting on TikTok Live? Like, my mind was blown by that. I kind of knew that some people were making money, right? Because sometimes you see these people who are just so professional with the live, and they know all the buttons, and they're telling everyone to press everything, like they know everything. But I didn't realize that you could make that much money with it. So I'm on board. I'm going to learn all the secrets, all the behind the scenes stuff, and then I'm going to tell you guys about it, and make sure that I get my people involved in this agency. And the great thing is that, like, everyone makes money. Like, it's not like a sketchy kind of thing where I'm taking your funds. It's like, no. My commission comes out of what TikTok already takes. So it's like your money is protected. You're making the same amount, which is really cool. Yes, it's going to be so good. So my goal is to go live twice a week to start. I'm figuring out the right time. For all of my people in Europe, it is now 9:10 p.m. Well, not all of Europe, but in England anyway, it's 9:10 p.m. Obviously, slightly different time zones. But in the US, so East Coast right now, it's going to be what, 4 p.m.? So it's 9. minus 5, right? 4 p.m. Math is not my strong point. So 4 p.m., 4:10 p.m. in the East Coast, and then it will be at what 1:10 p.m. on the West Coast. So I don't know if that's good timing or not. It's kind of in the middle. If someone has a corporate job, it's a little bit in the middle of the workday. So we'll play around with it. I don't think I can really conceivably do any later unless I want to be digging into my beauty sleep, and that's not what I want to be doing. So, so we're gonna try it out. Okay, so let's chat. Enough of my gabbing. We're just gonna work it out and see how it goes, and see if we like maybe have a theme. I'm thinking Mondays and Thursdays. Maybe we'll have themes for each night. Like one night is like moon night. You know, we could have different planetary themes. We could have like life. One could be like about life and relationships, and the other one could be about business. Or we could just blow with the wind and see what happens. So this is going to be fun. All right, let me catch up on the comments. Thank you everyone for liking the live. Likes are hugely important. Sin says, yes, it's a huge opportunity via live. TikTok shop subscribers. Yes, I have some subscribers as well. Working with artist creator program. Yeah, exactly. The creator program is good. This thing that I'm going to be involved in is now called Creator Network. So it's Creator Network. So that's going to be really, really cool. And they said that I'll be able to work with creators both in the UK and the US. Because I told them, I was like, I'm not going to do this if I'm only able to work with creators in the UK, because some of my clients are in the UK, but most of them are in the US. And they said, oh yeah, we'll hook you up. Like you can do both. So I was like, yes, excellent. So excited. How do you guys like my mic setup? Like this is, this is a ruler. Maybe every week I'll have something new that I attach this microphone to, but because the fan is on, I just know when I did the live on 8/8, you guys on TikTok, the fan was very loud. So I'm trying to fix that. Maybe if I point it more at my mouth. Okay. I didn't even notice. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's like a floating like mic. And then for YouTube, shout out to YouTube, I have my normal mic. Okay, so let's talk astrology and human design for life and business. Oh, sounds perfect. Oh, hey, there's my mom in the chat. Hello. So glad you're here. Oh, I'm so glad it sounds good. Okay, good. Yeah, because the fan is on because it is like 1,000 degrees in here. So let's talk about astrology and human design. So this week, first of all, shameless plug. Today is the last day for some special deals that I dropped last week for 8/8. So if anyone wants to start off learning human design, the best deal in there in terms of like the lowest price is $8. So there's a course in there which is called Amplify Your Brand with Human Design. And it's a fantastic masterclass where you can go in and actually start to learn the 4 facets of a powerful personal brand and how to use your human design to build your personal brand. So anyone who wants to be an influencer, who wants their content to stand out, it is all about personalization now. People don't just want to go to kind of big, cold corporate brands. Like that is dead, right? We have to bring our true selves, our full selves to the table, and that can be very intimidating. And so working with your human design, your astrology can be so helpful. So check that out. It's only $8 until midnight tonight. So if you want to grab that, it's part of my 8/8 sale. You just go to the link. So you go up, I'm not sure if this is mirroring me, but it's up there from where I can see on the screen. And then you just click the link in my bio and it's there. The other 2 offers, there's one for a Voxer day with me. So for those of you who don't know what Voxer is, this is the cheapest way to work with me one-to-one right now. I usually don't sell individual Voxer days, but again, it's part of the special 8/8 sale. So it's $88 for one full day of chatting with me all day over voice messaging. So it's basically Voxer's like WhatsApp or Telegram, very similar. It's just a messaging platform that's encrypted. And we get to chat about your human design, your astrology. I'll look up your charts and I give you all the insight and we talk. So it's like a coaching day. So if you want to book that with me, you can grab that in my bio as well. Again, expires tonight. And then the last thing is a bundle of 3 calls. So if you want a reading, but you think you're going to want a little more than a reading, you want a reading, an advanced reading from me to understand your human design, your astrology, plus some coaching calls, right? So it's a bundle of 3 calls, plus you're going to get a course, one of my courses. You and me are going to chat about it and we'll decide which course is best. I have a course on productivity and your human design. I have a course on confidence in working with your heart center and your identity center and your human design. I have astrology for business courses. I have a million courses. Basically, I have a course on Black Moon Lilith, a course on Saturn, a course on the moon. So we're going to figure out the best course for you, and you get that included. That is $888, and that is via my bio. The full price on that would have been like over $1,200. So these are all really good deals if you want to do a little work with me. Okay, so that's my plug. I'll mention those off and on throughout today, but let's talk. I want to talk about what you guys are working on, what you guys are going through, what you guys are experiencing, and yeah, how I can support you. Oh, yay. I'm so glad to have worked with your daughter. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you for saying that. Oh my gosh. I love it. Yes, and if you share the live, thank you, Sin, for sharing. Anyone, please share the live with your friends. I'm going to be live. The plan is to be live every Monday and every Thursday at this time. We're going to see how this time works out to answer your questions and just chat about cosmic things. So this week, I sent out my newsletter earlier. This week is a bit of a breather from the astrology. Last week was very intense. Like, shout out. How many of you, I see we have 7 people live at the moment. How many of you had a tough week or just feel like things have been really intense recently, right? Like, have you been feeling that? Let me know. Drop a comment, drop an emoji in the chat. We had the full moon last week. We had the 8/8 portal on Friday, right? We had Mercury retrograde, right? The final week of Mercury retrograde. We had the human design quarter of duality started. So human design splits the calendar into 4 quarters. So we moved out of the quarter of civilization, which is all about building and structures and rules and ambition. And now we've moved into duality, which is all about relationships. If you want me to talk more about that, I can. And so that all kicked off last week. Plus we had Mars move into Libra. So there's just a lot. It was like a lot at one time with the full moon, with Sirius rising, like with all this. It's a lot for anyone. And it's very intense. Right now, I would say we're just getting initiation after initiation after initiation. That's what this is about. And so this week is lovely because today Mercury retrograde has ended. Of course, we have the shadow period for a couple of weeks where we are integrating and breathing and like finding our center again, right? But it's over. Amazing. We can talk about that as well if you want to. Mercury retrograde in Leo. And we have Saturn sextiling Uranus today. But other than that, we have 10 days of open runway. We have 10 days between now and the beginning of Virgo season, which is going to be eclipse season, right? To get our shit together. That's the best way I can put it. We need to get our shit together. Things have been stirred up. Things have been, right? And now we need to find that center. I talked about it today in my newsletter. This is the center of the storm, right? You need to be the eye of the storm. We had the storm of last week and we have the eclipse season coming up. So right now it's, okay, what have we learned? What are the keys that we've received that can unlock things for us? What clarity are we gaining? What realizations are we having? Now let's start to plan. Now let's start to get strategic with it. Okay, so let's get strategic today. I would love to help you. Ask me anything. I specialize in business and personal brand and leaving your corporate job to build and follow your passion, right? And I also specialize in helping people to figure out what their zone of genius is to be themselves. So you could drop your human design in the chat. You could drop what you're working on, any particular thing you're struggling with. Open office hours. Let me scroll back up and catch up on your comments. Everything, Christina said, everything tech broke. Yeah, no kidding. I feel like it was like, okay, everyone, like we're going to go classic Mercury retrograde on you. Just slow down. Lots of deep reflection and thoughts. Me too. I went on in the middle of Mercury retrograde, went on a beautiful holiday with my family, my mom and my little boy, and it was so good. But getting away acts like this is like what a retrograde is supposed to do, right? This is why it's in summer. It's like we need to get perspective. We have to slow down and like get away from the day to day, right? So that we can actually see the forest for the trees and recognize like what is and isn't working. There are a few things I realized were not working. I'll give you some examples. I always like to go first, right? Like when I'm asking you guys to be vulnerable or to share or to ask something, I want to go first so that, you know what I'm talking about and it's a fair exchange. So I've realized that a lot of my content has been kind of all over the place recently. When I have a launch or when I'm doing a course, it's very organized because I have something to focus on, right? And I think that's very classic manifesting generator. It's classic second line as well. We just have so many things that we want to talk about, and we have so many areas that we could speak on, right? And that we could teach on and that we could do. And focus is one of the things that is challenging, but it's magic when you can harness and focus that manifesting generator energy, that second line energy. If you have a 2 in your profile in human design, that's what I'm talking about. Like if you can focus that, it can be pure magic. And when I'm in a launch, everything's focused because I'm talking about one thing, one topic, like for those of you who have been with me on TikTok for a while, you know that I ran a couple of free courses earlier this year on TikTok. You can get the replays for those over on my Substack. So if you're a paid subscriber on Substack, there was one course on, which was basically a total introduction to human design and astrology. Very good. It's like, how many weeks did we do? I think it was 8 weeks long. So 8-hour-long videos. And you can get the replays for those on my Substack for only $8 a month. And then the second course that I did was how to start your successful business with the stars. So with more of a focus on business. So when I'm in that mode, it's all fine. But when I'm not in that mode, it's like all over the place. And so I had this realization that I need to simplify. This is all fifth lines and second lines have this issue. Okay. And I'm a 2-5. So I got both. We need to simplify. So I recognize, my content. And this is why I kind of like on TikTok, it hasn't been as like clicking with you guys, I think as much as it was at the end of last year, because it's all over the place. So I realized I was like, I need to simplify my message and get back to the foundation of what I do, which is 2 things. Number 1, I help people to be themselves. And number 2, I help people to do their passion. Everything else is just window dressing and strategy. It's extra. But those are the 2 fundamental things. And if I can really lock in on that, then I'm going to actually be able to capture you guys' attention and get my message across, which is like, you got to use your astrology and your human design, and you need to trust your intuition and clear out the shit that is keeping you from doing your thing, right? From doing your passion and from being yourself. So I had all these realizations. So this is part of my Mercury retrograde, like, I got it. Now we plan. Now we strategize. Then we move, right? Okay, let me catch up on all of your things. Yes. Love it. Need it. Me too. I love it. How do I grind? Okay, yes. Let me catch up on everyone's. Is this magic stuff? Hi, Bilbo Ballbaggins. I love your name so much. Yes, it's all magic. Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay, I'm going to get to all of your comments, but let me go one at a time. How do I grind down my ideas to try one new thing? Yeah, this is it. This is it, right? So as manifesting generators, like we need to be pleasure and passion led. So when you're forming a strategy, it can be very tempting to try to be super logical about everything. And that's what I don't want you to do. Okay. Stop yourself right now. Don't go at it with like, well, this is what I see other people do, or, well, this is what I heard, Tony Robbins say, or this, don't go with logic, go with intuition. And especially if you're a generator and MG, what is it that you're really passionate about, right? So if you've got a bunch of ideas, which one sounds like the most fun? Which one lights you up the most? Yes, you can, of course, think, yes, we're never completely shutting off our logical brain. So, of course, we're going to be thinking, what do I have enough time for So we're going to think a little bit logically, like, what do I have enough time for? What's feasible for me right now? Where is my real knowledge versus stuff that I need to learn later, right? So yes, there's a little bit of logic, but mostly passion. So what's the thing that feels most exciting to you right now? This is part of my simplification of my strategy as an example. So I'm a manifesting generator. Part of this simplification of my message, I'm also simplifying my business strategy. So there's one area of my business where I spend a lot of time and I'm not sure it gives me a great reward, and that is writing emails. So it takes so much time and energy and effort. I like to write and I enjoy to a point, but if I'm not receiving back like the benefit, in return, it's not working for me. What I love is this, right? I love this. I love being live with people and like chatting and having engagement and like commenting and just chatting with you guys. It feels so real. It feels so alive to me. Whereas email is like I'm writing a book and I don't know if anyone's reading the book, right? So it's not feeding my instant gratification. It's like, oh my gosh, so much effort. I have no idea. It's just like sending it off into the ether. And it frustrates me. And frustration is that key for MGs and Gs to know that like, maybe we need to rethink this. So for me, I'm like, okay, I'm going to refocus my strategy on building my social media, because my number one goal right now is reach, right? And all the things. So that's what we're doing. So I'm like, well, let me take that time that I was putting into emails and I'm going to put it into going live, and I'm going to put it into my content creation. I'm going to put it into my podcast, right? So every time I'm going to be recording a podcast episode, I'm going to be live with you guys. And please do subscribe to my podcast, by the way. That is a huge part of my strategy and a way to reach people and to kind of have more time, right? Like TikTok videos are like a minute to 10 minutes, but a podcast, we can be together for longer and get in deeper. So it's called the Bold Business Podcast. It's on every platform, including YouTube. And if I do say so myself, it is fantastic. It's growing very fast, which is great. Okay, so I hope that kind of little riff there might have helped, Sin. Let me know if you want to get more specific, if there's something specific that you're like deciding between this and this, and you're trying to figure out how to do it. Christina, generator 3-5. So everything I just said applies to you too. Leading with your passion and with what you enjoy is really important. The difference between you and me is that generators have a deeper desire to be experts in something, right? They really want to know it. I have a certain level of expertise around astrology and human design. And it's just because I'm fascinated by it and obsessed with it. But am I keen on like being known as being the best astrologer in the world? No, I could care less, right? I don't have the same drive that a lot of generators have for excellence in their skill, if that makes sense. Like my thing is about, I want to help as many people as possible and I want to have a great time doing it. But generators have that thing that's like expertise and legacy. And they're like, I want to be the best at what I do. And so you really want to lean into that. Now, as a 3-5, this can be challenging because 3 lines, which is your primary profile line, they are meant to experiment. And you're actually meant to try a lot of things and fail a lot. It's this trial and error process, which means you're an incredibly courageous and very creative person. And so you have to balance this need and desire to be the best and to really build something that's high, like really hone your skill set. And you have to balance that with this trial and error and enjoying the messiness of it. So it's these two things don't really go together, but they go together in you. So finding the balance of that is really important in your career and in your work. All right, let me keep going. 10 new messages. Hello. Hi, Lilith. Ooh, what a great name. Lilith is in Scorpio right now. When does she move into... I should know this off the top of... Usually I know off the top of my head. Lilith, Scorpio. I have it in my notes somewhere. This is the problem. I have so many notes. Some of you can relate to this. Okay, I'm not finding it. But yeah, Lilith is in Scorpio right now, and she's gonna move into Sag. I want to say, whatever 9 months from March is. So it's the end of March. So March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Okay, so somewhere in November, December, Lilith is going to be moving into Sag. That's interesting. I didn't even think about that until now, because that's also when we're going to have Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius. Interesting. So we're going to have an interesting autumn. We are going to have an interesting autumn because we also have an autumn encore. So all of the planets that just changed signs are going to be going back again in their retrograde. So Saturn, Neptune, and not Pluto, but Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus are all going to be retrograding back in the autumn. We call it the autumn encore here at Cosmic Queen. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. We have a lot of like retrograde fire energy this year. Let me know if you want me to speak on retrogrades more. Okay. Hey, oops. It's hard to see because I'm wearing white. Hey, it's Shay. This is what I need help in. Needing to know my zone of brilliance. Yes. Genius. I like to use the word genius. Brilliance, genius, it's all the same. But yeah, your zone of genius. So what... Hey, it's Shay. I'm going to scroll down and see if you put your human design anywhere or your astrology. Drop any information and I will help you more. If you want to find, so anyone who's listening, you want to find your zone of genius. The zone of genius, this terminology was coined by Gay Hendricks in the book, The Big Leap. And I think I lent that book out, so I don't think I have it where I can wave it in front of you right now. But it's really cool. Oh, no, it's back there. Wait, it's back there. Okay, it is on my shelf. Hold on. Okay, this is my like dog-eared copy. I love this book. Look at this. It's like, yeah, I love this book so much. It's fantastic. I talk about it all the time. So Gay Hendricks coined the phrase the zone of genius. And basically, to summarize this, is this idea that we are usually operating in our zone of competence or excellence, which is where we're kind of good at something or we're really good at it, but we don't love it, right? We don't lose ourselves doing it. We don't wake up in the morning excited to do it. And that slowly eats away at our spirit and slowly eats away at our soul. And it's really frustrating. But if you can identify your zone of genius, that means that you can wake up in the morning and you can have a career or do work that not only are you very skilled in, you're very good at it, but you love it. That is the Venn diagram that we want to be living in this zone of genius. Then if you add a couple things like it helps the world, it makes the world a better place, it helps people, like it's of service, then we get that ikigai kind of multiple Venn diagram, which says, this is what you're here to do. And when you're doing it, you'll never work a day in your life because you just love it. That is what I have found, and that is what I want to help everyone else to find too. It is magic. So that's the clip. Okay, so I'm going to help you find your zone of genius. Anyone else want me to help them find it? Just drop your midheaven, your rising sign, your human design type, your profile lines, any piece of information, we can talk about this. Okay. Sin says 2-4 here. I need to niche, but what is it? Yes. So you're going to niche the people, right? It may not necessarily be that you're niching the problem, although you could be niching the problem as well, but you're definitely niching the people. So there's a certain type of person that is your niche. So you want to think about this, like, who are my people? Oh my gosh, I listened to the coolest talk last week. I'm going to record a podcast on this. Let me write this down because I keep saying that and then I don't write down what my ideas are. Okay. So we're going to write this down. Podcast. I need to have this little notebook. Harvard Business Review talk on Taylor Swift. Okay. This is what I went to last week. One of my amazing clients in my Rising Star Business Academy told us about it. And I was like, sign me up, because I'm always talking about Taylor as a really great example of a powerful personal brand. She's a 5/1 splenic projector. Okay, so where am I going with this? So the whole thing that she's really good at is what this guy who wrote this book about her, I forget his name, but what he called fan obsession. So only caring about what the fans think and the fans enjoying the music, not catering or thinking about anyone else. And that might sound kind of obvious, but it's not. It's not. Because a lot of entertainers and pop stars do not get this right. A lot of business owners do not get this right, right? We're too vanilla and we're trying to appeal to everyone. So anyone with a 4 line in their profile, pay attention to this, but this is for anyone with a personal brand as well. But especially if you have a 4 line, you're niching your person. So what you want to do is you want to figure out, who is the person I'm playing to? Who is my community, my audience, my base, my people? I don't care what anyone else thinks. I only care about serving them and entertaining them, connecting with them, engaging with them, and figuring out like what it is that they specifically need or enjoy or love, right? What is that I also need, enjoy, and love? And so there's like this lovely matchup of my zone of genius with their needs and desires. That's what you want to figure out. And you will never go wrong if you are focused on your people, especially as a 2-4. So that's the main thing I want to say. So figuring out who those people are. Are they nerds? Are they people who like to like get into stuff and learn things? Are they like unicorns, like fun, whimsical people? Are they, deep, like emo people? Like, what's the vibe? Are they rebels, rule breakers? Like, what's their vibe? That's what you want to figure out. Naomi, hello. Are manifestors better at manifesting reality? No, everyone can manifest reality, but what manifestors are better at or are very good at is initiating things, pushing the envelope and making change happen. So they're the pointy end of the spear. They're the ones who are like, this isn't working. We need to change. They are Marmites. I don't know if you know that terminology, but it's like an Australian thing, I think. But it's like you either love it or you hate it, right? They're polarizing. They're disrupting. That's what manifestors are really good at. That's what they're really good at. The manifestor terminology that you get in when you call someone a manifestor, which is one of the 5 human design types, or a manifesting generator like me, the word manifest is about taking something from idea to reality. Manifestors and manifesting generators do that fast. We like to go fast. We have an idea and we're like, execute tomorrow. That's what we're good at. So that's why we're called manifestors or manifesting generators. Yes, all the notes. I wrote it down. I'm going to do a podcast on the what he talked about, breaking down Taylor Swift's business strategy. It was fabulous. It was so interesting. It was exactly what I thought, but I liked the way he broke it down. And he talked about the different eras of her music, the different eras of her, the different eras of her business strategy, all the things. And basically she's like very, very instinctual is the Cliff Notes version, which makes sense because she's a splenic projector. Of course, she's going to be instinctual. Okay. What else do we have? You're welcome, Christina. I hope that was helpful. Letters to Agatha says, I have Lilith and Scorpio. Okay, so that means this is your Lilith return. That happens, is it every 9 years? I think it's every 9 years, because I love 9s, right? 9s are so fascinating. I'm not a math person, but that's like the one math thing that I think is cool. So 9s, so Lilith is in a sign for 9 months. And there's 12 signs. So I believe that means that like she goes back to a sign every 9 years. Is that right? Did I do that math correctly? But very cool. So so this is your Lilith return. So that means that you are really, well, where is it, by the way? So what house do you have Lilith in? That will tell you a lot about this particular 9 months and what you're birthing in this particular 9 months. But Lilith and Scorpio is, oh my God, like, I don't even know how do I describe this? Lilith and Scorpio it's a dominatrix. Like, that's Lilith and Scorpio. She's like, get it together. You're a mess. Get it together. So it's a really interesting combination because Lilith is about freedom, but Scorpio is often about control. So this is why I'm saying dominatrix. So it's very interesting to have these two together, right? But Lilith is the wild archetype, right? Typically wild woman archetype, but wild person archetype. So it's about like, how can I break free or help people to break free and be more empowered, right? Like, yeah, it's fabulous. Fabulous. So it started end of March like 26th, I think, and then it will go for 9 months. Hello, how's your day going? It is great. I'm here to listen and learn and possibly engage. Oh, absolutely. Love it. Okay. Hey, it's Shay. Manifestor 3-5 splenic. Okay. So 3-5, we talked a little bit about 3-5 earlier, right? So being a 3-5 manifestor, the 3 means that you have to get comfortable with your nature, which is your nature is to try stuff, right? You like to try stuff. Yes. I saw a comment from someone the other day on one of my videos about the third line, and they were saying that, you know, they try things, but then they quit really fast. That's also one of the kind of challenges that third line people have. Third line people have so much potential to be very resilient and courageous. But one of the pitfalls is that if they are not anchored into their courage and their resilience, that they just kind of they just quit too fast, right? So you need to know when to quit. That's the thing, is really learning to like cultivate your intuition and trust in yourself to know when you've tried it and the experiment is done. You don't need to see everything through to the end. That is a waste of your time and everyone else's time. But certain things you will want to see through to the end, and having that discernment to like know, that's the key, right? You have to know, okay, which thing do I want to actually see through, and where am I kind of letting myself down too fast by quitting too early. So yeah. And then having that splenic aspect to it, you're very instinctual. And that means that you move really quickly, or you need to make sure that you're honoring your need to move really quickly. A lot of times when I meet manifestors, they've like shut this side of themselves down because people don't like it. And so part of really healing that through their human design is like honoring their need to move fast and not to get permission from everyone, right? So yeah, there's a lot of deep healing that happens for manifestors there. No one on YouTube today. Interesting. I go on YouTube as well because I really want to build my YouTube over there, but I haven't cracked the code yet. I don't know if anyone's cracked the code. I feel like I've cracked the code on TikTok, but not on YouTube yet. Usually we'd have a few people by now. Okay. Sun in Leo. Oh, happy birthday or belated birthday. Oh, I love that. And Leo rising. Very cool. Having your sun in the 12th or the first house, probably. And moon in Sag. Oh my God, so fiery. That is such a combination. That is such a fiery combination with being a manifestor as well, and a 3-5. You're unstoppable. You're unstoppable. Like the song Firework was made for you, right? By Katy Perry. Do you know that song? Yeah, if you're not expressing this fire, it's going to burn you from the inside. You got to get it out. You got to get it out. This is so exciting. What a creative, you must be such a creative person. And I just love that for you. I love that for you. I hope you enjoy learning about your astrology and your human design because yeah, you are meant to be seen. Full stop. Jenny, we have another oh my God, we have so many manifestors. Fabulous. Jenny, manifestor 5-2 splenic. 5-2, very rare to have. It's a harmonic profile. I'm a 2-5, you're a 5-2. So having those two together is really interesting. You definitely are meant to lead, but you're going to do it in a really creative way. You have this like really unique unicorn side of you, and you want to tap into that. You don't need to do it all yourself. You need to have a team who's going to do the execution, but you're the ideas person. You want to get your weird, wacky, wonderful ideas out there because you're a great problem solver. Yeah, look up your midheaven. By the way, I do have a free a free, let me do my plugs. So I do have a free ebook on the midheaven archetypes. So we can talk about midheavens as well. I know we talked a lot about human design today so far, but make sure you grab that if you haven't grabbed it already. You can figure out, oh, hey, oh my gosh, hi, Sin. Yay, you're on YouTube. Okay, good. I'm glad it's working. I'm glad it's working. Yeah, so make sure you grab my archetype ebook. That's my freebie. I'm going to have a human design freebie coming soon. I'm going to be creating that. I'm just working out exactly what I want it to be. I'm trying to decide if I want it to be business focused. I think I do. And it'll probably be about the profile lines, but I will let you know. Also, for anyone who's new joining here, I have 3 special offers on right now. Actually, I have more than that, but 3 special offers for 8/8, which expired tonight. So just a reminder, if you want to do some one-to-one work with me, there's a couple of offers. One for a Voxer day with me for $88, and one for a package of 3 calls plus a course for $888. And there's a special, one of my courses, which is learning to use your human design in your personal branding. So if you like what I've been talking about so far, get that. It's only $8. So grab that one. It's a really good one, really useful. Okay. I love it. Okay, I'm glad YouTube is working. Okay, Jenny, midheaven and Gemini. Oh my God, you're the influencer archetype. Love that. Scorpio moon manifestor. Yeah. Makes sense. Okay, so you having a Gemini midheaven means that you really are here to like influence. You're here to do this. You're here to be live. You're here to be a creator and to share your ideas. And it's not necessarily that you're teaching something, because that would be more Sagittarius. That's my midheaven. But you are sharing something. There's something that you're interested in. And if we're being honest, with Gemini midheaven, there's probably 25 things you're interested in. And we want to know about it. Like, this is why I call Gemini midheaven the influencer, because Gemini is all over the place. It's the airiest air sign, right? Mutable energy. And they love to like explore and learn all these different things. And then they want to come back and tell you about it. Like, if you have a Gemini midheaven friend, they're the friend with all the recommendations. They're the friend who knows all the things, who's always interested in lots of stuff. And they are going to tell you what to read, what to eat, where to go, what to listen to. Like, they've got it, right? Now you need to bundle that up, package that up, and make major money from that. That's what you got to do. That is your zone of genius. Jenny, any help on my zone of genius? Yeah, okay, perfect. Hopefully that riff helped. I love it. Oop, okay, I really got to catch up on the comments, guys. Ascendant Sagittarius, high frequency of free. Midheaven Virgo. Oh my gosh, you're about to enter your visibility season. So you've been in your learning season in Leo, and now you're about to enter your visibility season. This is my cosmic seasons. I have a course on this as well. So if you buy the package of 3, which is the $888 deal today, then you could get my cosmic seasons. It's like my cosmic kickoff, where I teach you about all of the different seasons of your year. Very cool. Okay, so midheaven Virgo, you are the curator. You're a mental projector 4/6. Do you need more to help it? No, that's enough. That's enough. So, I mean, I would love to know, frequency of free, what you do, or if you have like a particular goal right now. Like, is there a goal in your work, in your career? Do you have a business? Like, that would also help me to be able to help you. That's super helpful to learn about Gemini, because I have my North Node in Gemini. Oh, very cool. 7th house. How is 2020 for you? The North Node was in Gemini, so that was your nodal return. Major changing. What do I call it? I call it a not a change point, a turning point. It's a major turning point in your life. 2020. Yes. Okay, so let me go back up. So you're a 4/6 mental projector, and you have Virgo midheaven. That makes so much sense. And also Sagittarius rising. This makes so much sense, because mental projectors are all very intellectual, right? Very smart. The cleverest, most genius people you will meet are mental projectors. So you have a very busy mind, right? That's where your definition is in your human design. It's all above, it's the throat and above. There's nothing defined below the throat. So that means that all of the body energy is off and on, but the energy that's always on is right here, right? So this is really active. And so very smart, You have a lot of good insight that you could share with people, right? And with that Virgo midheaven, I mean, man, like you need to be guiding people towards something. A very practical problem solver. I call it the curator. I go back and forth on this one. I go back and forth on my what I call Leo and what I call Virgo, because it's just there's so much nuance here. But Virgo midheaven, you are a problem solver. And I call you the curator because, like a curator of a museum, you can see all of the artifacts, you can see all of the pieces of the puzzle. And you're the person who brings them together. Yes, please keep liking the live. Thank you so much. Share with your friends all the things, everything that helps us go up in the algorithm. So you can see all the pieces and then you bring it back together, right? And you tell us exactly what the solution is. You create the perfect showcase. So Virgo is just such an incredible sign, very smart, and very practical and very problem solving. There is a spiritual aspect to Virgo as well. Virgo loves to be of service, and they really, they keep the fires of wisdom burning, right? Like this is the whole mythology. No, it's not mythology. I say mythology, but these were real women, right? The Vestal Virgins in the time of the Roman Empire and before that, right? They were the keepers of the flame. And that was a physical flame in the temple, but it was also a metaphorical flame, the keepers of wisdom. So it's priestess energy as well. So think about like being of service, what turns you on in terms of being of service to people. And as a mental projector, as a 4/6 too, there's probably some very specific niche that you have that you want to totally capitalize on and make boku bucks on. Mental projectors, I would say, especially being a 4/6, I would say you need to have very exclusive, high ticket offering. I'm talking like people cannot, people say, I don't get out of bed for less than $10,000. That's you. Because you don't have a lot of energy to be like spreading around, right? And like wasting on running around and doing stuff the way I like to. You need to like focus and be like, okay, this is my zone of genius. This is my thing. I'm going to charge a premium for this because it is rare and it is a rare gift, and you deserve it. So yeah, make sure you're doing that. For midheaven Pisces, yes, 2/4 midheaven Pisces, Scorpio sun, Libra moon, Scorpio rising. Yes, I remember your beautiful Scorpio. I love it. So midheaven Pisces is the visionary, right? So people like it's kind of like Cancer midheaven as well. Like your community is going to feel like a family. It's going to feel like a family because you have these shared values. So when you're trying to narrow in on your niched person, like who is your audience, as we were talking about earlier, Sin, you need to make sure that like you guys have a shared vision and shared values. So vision and values is like the most important thing you can spend time on, and like your audience, right? So what is your vision? So if people are, what is the thing that they want to experience? And you're the creator of fantasy that can give it to them. Pisces midheavens are creators of fantasy, creators of vision, creators of dreams. RuPaul is a Pisces midheaven, right? Creator of fantasy, drag, right? A performance. Yes, honey. And then so is Lady Gaga. Pisces midheaven, creator of fantasy, Little Monsters, Paws Up, right? This is, I love, oh my God. No one has more ability to become a cult leader than a Pisces midheaven. Yes, I said it. Yes, I said it. Clock it. T. That's the second clip. Okay. Love you all so much. I hope you're having as much fun as I am. Oh, these late. Okay. This is kind of late for me. Like normally I'm in bed at this time with my little alien romance monster smut novel. But I'm having such a good time with you. So I knew it was going to be hard to get me off this live. So I hope, what do you guys think about this time zone? Where are you guys, by the way? I know I need to catch up on the messages, but tell me, like, where in the world are you? Are you in Europe? Are you in Asia? Are you Australia? Are you South America, North America? Like, where are you? Canada. I know. Shout out to all my Canadians. And let me know if this time zone works for you. I know Mondays can be tricky. but I really want to go live Mondays and Thursdays. And I'm thinking this time works for me because my little boy's asleep now. And so now mama could go wild in the office. But yeah, let me know. If earlier works better, I can also figure out like doing earlier. I can't really do later. Okay, let me catch up. I think most socials need to have the consistent audience for lives on a schedule. Yeah, YouTube. I mean, I will keep going live on YouTube. I'll figure it out. Like, we'll figure out YouTube. It was interesting. I saw a talk the other day. I was in a business summit, and this guy is like a YouTube expert. I want to read his book, actually. I think I got a free copy of it. And he was saying that he has clients, like he works with like B2B. So he has clients that are like in airlines, aviation, and all kinds of interesting industries. But he has clients that have done like $1 million deals off of YouTube, and they only have like 100 followers. So it was really interesting. He was saying that YouTube is not necessarily about the number of followers. It depends on what your goal is, right? Like if you're trying to monetize through the, paid content, then yes, you need to have a lot of followers and subscribers and things like that. Like what Don Lemon is doing, like making it his whole business with his TV show, and he's live every day. But then if you are looking for high ticket clients in a niche industry, you don't need a lot of followers. So it was fascinating, very interesting. I'm going to become a YouTube expert as well. But for now, we're focusing on TikTok and podcasting mostly. Okay, let me catch up. You're welcome. You are so welcome. Oh my God, Egypt. Yes! Oh my God. Okay, this is amazing. I love this. I've been thinking about Egypt a lot. So this picture in the background is in Egypt. This is when I found out that I was pregnant with my little boy 2 days before I left for a 2-week retreat, spiritual retreat in Egypt. And I celebrated my 33rd birthday at the pyramids. It was amazing. It was amazing. I love Egypt so much. Have thought about moving there, actually. Yes, shoot for the stars. I know, RuPaul. Yes. Oh my gosh, RuPaul's the best. So helpful. Thank you so much. You're so welcome, Frequency of Free. I hope that was helpful. Also, 2020 was wild. Yeah, life-changing. It's the turning point. Whenever the nodes return to the same place where they were when you were born, it's called the nodal return, right? Wild. It is crazy. My nodal return was July 17th, 2023 to this January. So I just finished. It was crazy. Split up with my ex-partner, just like had a lot of crazy difficulties in my business, had a financial dip because of a confidence dip, went to therapy, figured my shit out, rose from the ashes, Phoenix rising. Yes, all the things. And now I'm back and better than ever, baby. But that's the nodal return. It will shake you up. For anyone who wants to learn about their nodes, I do have a course on this. It's only $33, I think, on my website. It's called True North. And it is really good. It's 2 videos and a workbook, and it helps you to understand the power of your North node and the power of your South node and how you can work with them in your life. It is, I need to, I've been thinking about like doing another version of that for people. But yeah, it's a good one. Curating makes so much sense. I was missing the give direction part. Okay, yes, spiritual AF. Love it. Priestess energy. You are beautiful. Thank you, Shola. That is so sweet of you. Wanting to create a business based on writing and music and being more out in the open. Oh, I love that. Do it. Do it. Life is short. Do it. Do the things. Follow your passion. Oh, I'm so glad this is helpful to you guys. Amazing. South Africa. Oh my God. South Africa. Okay, I've always wanted to go to South Africa. I have met some incredible women from South Africa. One of my closest friends, when I first moved to London, started like working. I worked at a few agencies, and then I moved into management consulting, and I worked in tech, and I met some amazing South African women. Just they're like, when people say baddies, like I think South African women. That's what I think. Love it. North America, USA, perfect time. Okay, good. This is good time. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure out like what time. I think probably midnight my time would be best for like all the time zones, but not best for Europe. So we'll work it out. When you said fantasy, I was like, oh my God, I think I know. Yes. Oh my God, I love fantasy. Yes, fantasy. Fantasy is amazing. I'm also a big fantasy book lover as well. Texas, amazing. Shout out to you, Texas. Hi, Jenny. Oh, thank you so much, Jenny. Let's get her 10K likes on the live. I am learning about like what you need. Yeah, let's get to 10K likes. Fabulous. Let's all stay until we get to 10K likes. I was going to stop at 10 because it's the top of the hour, but let's stay until you get to 10K. I'll keep answering your questions. Keep going. Okay. 33 in Egypt. So epic. It was so epic. And it was a surprise pregnancy, so I wasn't expecting it. So I was like, oh, it's that kind of trip. Okay. Oh, we're entering the portal of initiation, are we? All right, I was so sick, but so happy. When I first saw you, I thought you were Egyptian. That makes me so happy that you said that, Shay. That makes me so happy that you said that because I used to get that all the time. I used to get guys on the street stopping me, be like, "You are Egyptian, like, like you look like my sister-in-law. You look like this." And then I was like, "No, I'm actually not. I'm half Nigerian, and then half like Viking, Nordic, British, Scottish, all the things." Oh, I love it. Way to go. More intense. It depends. So good question, Carol. Is the nodal return more intense than the Saturn return? It's shorter. So that's the thing, is that the Saturn return is like 2.5 to 3.5 years. So let's just say 3 years. And so we have longer to work with it, but that can also be exhausting because we have longer to work with it. The nodal return is 18 months. So typically when things are shorter, we feel them more intensely. Like the Mercury retrograde that we just finished, it's only 3 weeks. So we're going to feel it, because it's like fitting everything into 3 weeks, right? All of the learning, all of the things. So I think for a lot of people, the nodal return can be more painful because it's jerking you back onto the path. It's saying, hey, like you've kind of gotten off a little bit and now you need to get back, right? The Saturn return is like, why are you letting other people run your life? So they're both intense in different ways. And it depends on how much you're fighting it. The nodal return happens at age 18, age 35, 36, and age like 50 something, and then 70 something. So 18, yeah, that's going to be really intense. The Saturn return happens in late 20s, right? So 27, 28, 29, and then lasts for like 3 years. So yeah, they're both pretty intense. Same. Mine was a confidence and a financial dip too. Yeah. And also a big breakup. Yeah. The number of people that I know that have ended long-term relationships over the last couple of years is massive, and more power to them. You know what I mean? Like people are realizing, right? I think that's what's happening. It's not that like, oh, people don't know how to be in relationships anymore. No, that's not my take. My take is that people are realizing that they deserve better and realizing that they want to be happy, and that being happy is actually better for the kids, right? If you have kids. So it's writing down all my notes and nuggets. Yes, so many notes and nuggets. I love it. Ooh, Lynn Shoe 66, you're a manifester. I love this. This is a manifester call. Let's just call a spade a spade. This is a manifester call. We've had so many manifestors, and I'm loving that energy. We need that energy. It's the energy of initiation. It's the energy of go get it. It's the energy of disruption and, shaking things up. Like that's what we need, and learning how to do that in an aligned way where you could care less what other people think. Like that's key. Oh, it says, all right, it's making me prove that I'm human, as always. Okay, yes, I'm human. I am not AI. Ooh, the AI stuff. Oh my God, are you guys like freaked out by it a little bit? I've seen so many videos of like, is this real? Is this AI? Like, right? And they have you guess, and it's just, oh, I'm a manifesting generator, if you couldn't tell. Oh my gosh, good job finding my business at 36. Yes, so true. Exactly. Exactly. How old was I? I started my business, I actually didn't think about how old I was. So I started my business in, yeah, it was the same year, actually, 2019 that I got pregnant. So I was, 32. Well, I started another business the year before. So I was 31 in my Saturn return at that time. And, or just after my Saturn return finished. And then 32, I started this business, my coaching business. So I had an events business before, realized that was not the thing for me. And then now I do coaching, business coaching, astrology, and human design teaching. And then, that year, that was a 7-year in numerology for me. 7 years, let me tell you. Buckle up, buckle up. It was great though. I have no regrets. Okay, what is your energy? Oh, yes, I answered that question of what my energy type is. We hit 10K, y'all. Look at this. 11.1 thousand likes. Now 0.2. But I'm so happy I saw it when it was 111 because that's my lucky number. Thank you all so much. You've been amazing. Oh, Allah Rising, nice to see you, Queen. I work in IT and I'm over AI. Yeah, I know. I worked in tech and I was like, oh, no. Oops, what did you say? I'm over AI. It's more of a C-suite obsession. It's interesting. That's an interesting take. I kind of like that take, that it's like a C-suite obsession. It's interesting though, because in my industry, in like personal development and coaching, people are using it to write like all their content. And that study that came out like a month ago, I think it was an MIT study that said that, people are using ChatGPT regularly. It reduces their brain function by 25%. That is truly frightening. I actually don't use AI at the moment regularly. I have a training for my Rising Star Business Academy about how to use AI from a fantastic collaborator that I had in as a guest. I also, my Nova Business, which is a new like business stream, which is coming in for total newbies to business. Really excited to announce that when that comes out. There's a training on AI for business in there from an amazing like VP in Silicon Valley. So she's done that for us. But I know that it can be useful, but we just have to be careful, right? It's one of those things like I'm never going to poo-poo all technology because that's just what old people do, right? Like we say, oh, in my day, we memorized our phone numbers, but like, yes, we need progress. And I'm a fan of progress and I'm a fan of productivity and making things easier and faster. But also things are moving so fast now. Uranus is in Gemini. We don't even know what technology is capable of. And so we just need to be really careful that we don't end up kind of replacing our humanity at the same time, right? Yeah. But at the same time, I'm also thinking about, because I think every smart business owner needs to think about, well, how can you use AI or how can you support your clients with it? So I'm thinking about, I have my midheaven archetypes. Can I create a ChatGPT agent that can help you to create your content according to your human design, your astrology? That would be kind of an obvious thing for me to do. I haven't worked on that yet, but I have a friend who's done that for her, or done not that, but something similar for her client. She's going to teach me how to do it. But yeah, we just have to be mindful and careful that we're not losing touch with our people, right? Because this connection that we have cannot go away. I cannot lose this. Like, I cannot wish this away because I want to be like more productive, right? This connection, this engagement, this realness, like heart to heart that we have, this is sacred. So we have to find a way of like honoring this while also supporting ourselves as busy single moms, with limited childcare who want to like just make sure that they're being productive, right? So yeah, it's a balance. It's a balance. Of course, I'm an air sign. It's a balance. We got to figure it out. Yes, you didn't. I didn't understand. Oh, what did I not do? You didn't. I didn't understand. Actually, you are a man. Oh, sorry. I'm a manifesting generator. Yeah, that is my type in human design. A manifesting generator. Manifesting generators are a hybrid between manifestors and generators. So we are a hybrid type, but we are truly our own type, is my take. Some people don't believe it. Some people say there are 4 types and they lump us in with generators. But I have coached too many manifesting generators and I know they are so different. Generators and MGs are different. So yeah, we're the 5th type. It's a good tool, but not what they say it is. Interesting. It's better to use it as augmented intelligence rather than artificial. And oh, I like that. That's nuance, right? But this is the nuance that like we don't have in the culture, right? It's like the idea of nuance is like getting lost, right? Everything's a jubilee debate of extremes. Like we're losing the nuance. So I like that augmented intelligence versus artificial intelligence. I that makes more sense to me. That's what it should be. But you know, Uranus and Gemini is going to be wild. I know. In the USA, I hear it's always brought wars. Yes, mostly civil. Yes, that is true. Being a hybrid describes me as well. Love that. I agree. We are so different from generators. I'm an MG with generator friends. Yeah, it's night and day. I mean, it's so different. Yes, we have some things in common, but the way we act, the way we react to things, what drives us is quite different. So yeah, I think we definitely deserve to be our own type. Ooh, 501c3 expert. I might need to talk to you. I remember you've been on my lives before. I feel like I need to talk to you at some point because this project I want to do with Nova, I want there to be a foundational, like a service, possibly charity element of it at some point, but not yet. And I'm like, how do I start it? We'll see. We'll see. It'll probably start as a for-profit, and then we'll have like a nonprofit aspect of it later. We know that we all have knowledge. Knowledge puffs up, but love builds. Oh, I like that. Knowledge puffs up, but love builds. For God is love personified. Oh, that's beautiful. So manifestors are here to destroy. I just saw destroy. I was like, yep. So manifestors are here to destroy the old fashioned and to forge new paths. Yes, I don't know if destroy is the right word. I think it's more they're going to create a new path. They're going to swerve, right? So it's less that I want to bulldoze my way through something. It's more like, here's an alternative, right? So it's like disruption. Hopefully that helps. Yes, I've been here before. Yes, love your lives. Oh, thank you so much. By the way, anyone who is new here since the beginning of the live, I'm planning on going live every Monday to do a little reset, a little calibration at the beginning of the week. And I'm going to be here every Thursday as well, getting ready for the weekend. So we'll work out if we're going to have like themes for each live. We'll figure it out as we go along, but it's going to be fun. Oh, thank you. I would love to help you with building the foundation. Yeah, me too. We're not there yet, but we're going to start with the for-profit aspect first. But I want to quickly be thinking about that following, because the goal is for this to be a very like kind of social action, social justice vibe type of for-profit business with an aspect that's good, like with some of the profits going to a foundation where we can give out grants and things like that. So that is the goal. How are manifestors and MGs different? So sometimes it's distraction. I love that. What's the simplest way of putting it? Manifestors are the ideas people who want to, make a change and disrupt industries or disrupt ways of thinking. Manifesting generators are unconventional creatives. So we have ideas, but our big thing is we want to execute. We want to build. And we like to be unconventional as well. We don't like to be, being all muggle and normie over there. That's not our vibe. We want to be different. We want to do things differently. So manifesting generators have more defined centers, specifically the sacral. So that means that we have kind of this like more sustainable creative energy to build something. whereas manifestors need to work with other people to build it for them, because they don't have the sustainable creative energy. So their creative energy goes up and down at different intervals. We call it the manifestor urge, right? So you might have this urge to do something and really like go for it. But then like 3 days later, you're tired and you've kind of lost the mojo or the motivation. And then it's back next week, right? So it's like, woo, it's like a roller coaster of energy, whereas manifesting generators are pretty much just always up in general. And so we're just like, yeah. Like no one has energy like a manifesting generator. And it's great. It's a gift and a curse. And so our issue is trying to channel that and making sure that we're not just spraying and spreading it all over the place. We want to channel that, all that energy that we have. Manifestors' issue is to trust themselves enough that even when other people don't get it, they do not divert from the path, right? They need to keep going on the path, manifestors. Oops. Is it telling me to go to bed? Oh, did it turn off? Okay, can you still hear me? I feel like that was a little divine intervention saying, go to bed. I'm just going to catch up on your messages and then I'm going to sign off. Oh, I love this. Now my mind is going, good. I love it. Channeling versus spreading out is a great explanation. Oh, I like that. Yeah, channeling versus spreading. Mind is going about the nonprofit. Yes. So they can do the same thing, but MGs have sustainable sacral energy. Yeah. Basically, yeah. Of course, there's much more nuance. Still hear me? Okay, good. Thank you. From lol, my brother's an MG, but most of my family are projectors. MG's total energizer bunny. Yes, we are. Manifestors are pretty unconventional as well. Yes, definitely. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, because they're disruptors, right? And they're rebels and they're change makers and they're rule breakers. So yes, definitely very unconventional as well. All right, y'all. I'm going to have to love you and leave you. Thank you so much for the 12.8 thousand likes. That's wonderful. Thank you for all those things. If you want to work with me, don't forget the 3 special 8/8 offers are only available until midnight tonight. So when I wake up tomorrow morning, they're gone. And I'm going to remove them from my profile. I will have to, you know what? Bring that message back, Radio God, to my live on Thursday. We can talk more about astrocartography on Thursday. You are so welcome. Thank you for your MG energy. I will find out hard to fall asleep. I know I'm going to find it hard to fall asleep because I get so like lit up when I talk to you all. Thank you for your questions. I loved our conversation today. I'm going to be back here, same time, same place, Thursday. So mark your calendars. Don't forget, would love to see you again live. And like I said, if you want to work with me, there are special offers right now available in the link in my bio, and a course for only $8 if you want to tap in and start learning more about your human design for your personal brand. All right. I love you all so much. I will see you next time. Mwah. Bye. Bye.